Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper, and today I'd like to welcome you all back to Oxygen Not Included. It's going to be a little bit of a weird recording for me today, because it's early in the morning during a work week. But you know what, I had a good amount of time remaining, and I thought to myself, let's get this done in the morning, let's see how I feel about it. Already I'm feeling a little bit more exhausted than I otherwise should be, because my sleep was a little bit erratic, but that is fine. So we're going to get this done. Hopefully I don't disturb anyone in the house, which is mostly the reason why I'm sort of testing this today, because I always think to myself, I feel like recording in the morning now, but would I be annoying to anyone? So, I don't know. Or would it affect my commentary? I don't know. But anyway, so we're back again. We still have a little bit of a CO2 problem with the bottom area right here, not to mention all of this contaminated oxygen that we have lying around. We need to get some research done into sanitation science so that we can get a air deodorizer to get rid of all this horrible contaminated oxygen. Not to mention we might want... Oh no, okay, we got a door. We need to get a door that will not allow gases to pass through as well. Maybe some sort of piping system to just leave it all in here. Look at how much contaminated oxygen there is in there. That is awful. It's absolutely disgusting. And then there's a little bit going on around here. We probably need to also get ourselves another algae deodorizer. Unfortunately, we might need to have more algae. That's fine. Organic. Okay, we have a decent amount of it left. Of course, we do have the ability to mine some of it over here, not to mention some of these other sparse pieces lying around. We could also grab from here. I think that's just breathable oxygen in there, although sometimes it's lying to you sometimes. It's not actually what's inside. Also, I don't know what's in here yet. That would be a nice water source, but I'm worried to see what is inside. It says there's oxygen, but once again, there are some areas that don't have what's actually sort of showed to you at first. So there we are. So what's our sort of big problems right now? Well, stress is at a big 72% for Otto right there. If we go over to our vitals, why is your stress so high? Interrupted sleep. Stepped in contaminated water. Okay, so there's still some contaminated water around. The end of last session, we had loads of water just spill into the crap heap right here. I think the big problem is that our outhouse is just sort of chilling out in this particular area, and it's emitting a lot of crap, which isn't great. Of course, we have this terrarium right here, which is definitely getting rid of some of the CO2, but not an insane amount. So getting ourselves, excuse me, another one of these deodorizers might be a good idea. Or deoxidizer even. Having it around here might be quite nice, especially considering it's near the living quarters. So just sort of popping it right there. We'll see how that works out. Let's go over to our electricity and let's get that hooked up. So hopefully they will get that constructed. That would be ideal. I don't know if they did that there. I mean, they're getting items out of the dispensers, I suppose. Or what are they called? Storage compactors. Okay. So we're getting some research done now. For some reason, they're now able to do supercomputer research. I imagine it's because they don't have as much to do now. Not to mention, we need to also do a quick mop as well, just to see if there's anything else lying around. Yeah, there's lots of rubbish around there. And there's lots going on around here as well. I thought I cleaned that up. Apparently not. Yeah, there's lots of rubbish going on around here, which is definitely causing a few sort of groggy feelings around everyone. Yeah, they're very unhappy right now. Do we have the massage table? We do. We also get these plants planted. I think we only have one of these seeds right now. We do. That should hopefully increase happiness levels. Yeah, massaging would be quite nice. They're still doing some mopping over here. Grabbing some of that algae at the same time would be an amazing thing. I think we still have our bed just assigned up here. Vigil's the only one that doesn't have a bed. But at the moment, he doesn't necessarily need one. Otto, at the moment, I feel like... Where are you, Otto? You're right here. Okay. Let's go to jobs. Let's get rid of a lot of things here for you. And instead, we're just going to have you focus on power generation as well as cooking. I don't really want you to do any combat, even though we haven't witnessed any of that just yet. Power, research as well. We'll get you some research done. I feel like just getting him to do some of the less menial tasks might help with his slight frustrations. Also, we should really prioritize this structure. What's going on there? Okay, no, we're fine. So we're getting this built, which is going to be great, and then we should be able to get some algae over there as well. Might want to prioritize this area as well to get that filled up. This should hopefully fill up a good amount of this area with oxygen, which is definitely what we require, because right now it's just filled up with so much rubbish. It's quite disgusting, really. And how are we doing on the old research? We have this on repeat. So let's see. Okay, we're 5 in. So nearly there with the sanitation science. Is it sanitation science? Yeah. Just wanted to double check. I'm not crazy. Possibly. 85% on Otto right there. He's very frustrated. Is that you, Otto? That's you, Vigil. Let's have you moved out of that area. Oh, can't move you. Okay, well, eventually if he wakes up due to, you know, the lack of oxygen, then hopefully we'll be able to get that sorted out. Now, at the same time, we should prioritize the oxygen going into this machine here and to... Apparently there's no prioritization right there. Oh, no, I'm prioritizing the connection. Well, we've got to wait for everyone to finish sleeping first. This room is filled with carbon dioxide, which is not great. Getting this filled up would be ideal. If we ever get round to doing it. There we are. So hopefully that will add a lot more oxygen into this particular area. That should hopefully dissuade, or at least push even, some of the CO2 into this sort of cramped space that we should hopefully fill up at some point in the future. Now, back to research. We still have 4 more bits of research to be done in order to get to the sanitation science, which is sort of a big thing that I'm waiting for at the moment. Have I not connected up this light? That's weird. I thought I would have done that. Guess I can move the cable through the middle here. There we go. And eventually we can connect up anything else around here at the same time. Oh, look, we've even got time to do some mining as well. That's quite good. We go back to organic. Yeah, algae's sort of running low a little bit. I really want to get rid of this contaminated oxygen. It's disgusting. And Bubbles right there, doing all the hard work, really. We've got some fertilizer as well, which is quite nice. Where would we put it? Probably just around about here, because this is sort of our crap heap, as it were. In fact, what we might want to do is just add another room between them. Ah. Gas permeable tile. Used as wall and floor tile to build rooms. Blocks the flow of liquid without obstructing the flow of gas. That is an interesting one. Manual airlock. Creates an airtight seal that maintains atmosphere and pressure between areas. We're going to get sanitation science soon, which is definitely what we want to do. So getting a tile around about here, and then getting ourselves one of those pressurized airlocks would be a great idea. What about a mechanical airlock? Creates an airtight seal, functions as a manual airlock when power is available. Okay. So we can't get in here if we don't have power. It looks like we've still got more contaminated water around here. Where is it coming from? This is quite interesting. Although we are definitely filling up with oxygen now, which is great to see. Lots of breathable oxygen. Probably going to make people a lot more happy. Right, let's go back to mop. Let's get this all cleaned up. I'm wondering where this crap is all coming from. Are we having water issues around here still? Or is there some sort of leak that I'm unaware of? Maybe it's the creation of food that's causing issues? Which is a good point. How are we doing on food right now? We're not making any more of it, so we should... Oh, no, we are. We are just making a hell of a lot of this mush bar. Great. We probably want to get ourselves another form of food to be created as well. Ah, there we are. So the sanitation science has been created. Is there any other form of food that we can create? A cooking station. Converts 2 mush bars into one improved deep-fried mush bar. Wow. Okay, then. Well, I mean, it's the Scottish way to do things, I suppose. So I don't know who will be cooking right now, but they've definitely got some deep-seated Scottish roots. Let's see, pressure management as well, so we can get ourselves a mechanized airlock. A mechanized airlock doesn't sound like... I mean, it sounds like I've just got a mech, and it happens to have a door connected to it at the same time. Combustion is also a really big thing. Power right now, the generation of it is renewable, but not efficient, considering we have to keep having someone going on to... Well, we're wasting the time of someone while they're sort of running around on this mechanical wheel. Although I do believe the combustion generator will require coal, at least it should. So, it probably will tell me that if I just hover over it. Yep, it burns coal to generate electricity. We also have a hydrogen generator right here. Power source that converts hydrogen into electricity. Okay, cool. So we'll be able to see what we can do with that. Fine dining, I think, is a big one. We should definitely get that out of the way with. So let's go ahead and do that. At the same time, because we have a new form of... we have the air deodorizer right here. We should definitely get that placed into this room right here. Although having one right there would also help out a little bit. I think it's actually this oxygen, this terrible contaminated oxygen that I imagine is sort of... what am I trying to say right now? Its state of matter is changing from a gas to a liquid, you know. Condensating? I think so, yeah. It's condensating back into a liquid. I think that's what you say. But anyway. So let's get this air deodorizer. We want to put one right here. In fact, putting one right here might be a good idea. I sort of want to get rid of all the rubbish around here now, but maybe having a deodorizer right here and then another one sort of sticking out right there. What does this produce? Or what is required? Filtration medium. Okay. Contaminated oxygen. It affects clay and oxygen. Okay. Does it produce oxygen? And it produces clay at the same time, which is quite interesting. Okay, but requirement is a filtration medium. I don't know what that really means, to be honest. Can we get this hooked up with pipes? That would be quite interesting. Reduces the threat of disease by filtrating contaminated oxygen out of the air. Okay. Well, we will put one right here. And we're definitely going to need one right there. It doesn't say they need power, so I think we should be fine. We are producing a decent amount of oxygen as well, which is quite nice to see. We might want to harvest these wood plant things so we can get this set up. Also, let's get Otto on this. Otto, go on the massage table. You need to chill out, bruv. Wow, look at that. I said bruv there. That's really weird. I was sort of saying it more in a comedic sense, but it was just an accident, I assure you. I don't know. I feel like eventually you're just going to break your back on that thing. It doesn't look particularly useful. I say that. Let's also make both of these a 9. Let's get rid of some of this contaminated oxygen. At the same time, getting ourselves another form of storage would be a great idea. And also getting this manual airlock would be quite nice just to sort of block this area off. Since it is the crap heap. He just, okay, went to sleep for like an hour. Woke up. Went into the toilet, then fell asleep on the toilet. Vigil, you're an absolute... Well, Virgil, you're an absolute mess. As a person, you are just a complete scrub. You're still on here? What the hell? Otto, you have a problem. You've been on that massage machine for like 12 hours. I feel like at some point, your skin and bones and your whole body really just become a bit of mush. So, awaiting material delivered. Filtration medium. I don't know what that is. Oh god. Oh god. Is it fertilizer? Do we have coal? We have coal. Okay. Is this coal? Oh wow. Okay. That's not bad then. We have a decent amount of coal around here apparently. And we have some up here as well. So anywhere where we can find copper, we're also going to be able to find coal. Pretty useful. Also research I don't think is something I'm doing at the moment. Oh no. We both have them on. I guess we're just not bothering. Oh no. We've done a little bit of research. Just too busy at the moment. So we still have all of this contaminated oxygen around here, which isn't ideal. I sort of wanted to move it out of this area. You know what I could do? I could delete this tile. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to deconstruct this tile, so I should hopefully move some of it across. There we go. I think that's working. Just to sort of get rid of this little gap. And then we can just consume some of that contaminated oxygen to stop it creating or condensing or whatever into... horrible, horrible contaminated water. I imagine it's condensing due to the temperature change. If we look at the temperature right now, I really feel like that's the right word to use. Yeah, it's really warm around here, actually. That's a really neat mechanic. It makes sense. State of matter changing due to the change in temperature. Although, no, I feel like it would be the other way around. See? Yeah, wait a minute. What am I saying? If it gets colder, then it should do that. Hold on a minute. It's early in the morning, and I feel like my brain is a bit fried right now, and I'm starting to think, you know, what am I thinking? So this is a really good point. What am I thinking? Right, let's get this thing constructed so we can get rid of some of the rubbish in this area. And I think at the same time, we've only got a little bit of this contaminated oxygen lingering around now. We might want to just sort of move the deodorizer out of here, since we're only really going to need this one right here to get rid of anything around that particular area. And look how clean everything is now. This is great. Moving this would be ideal. Can we move this? We can deconstruct it and then just sort of move it around about here to get rid of some of this sort of or some of this horrible gas, the contaminated oxygen, would be ideal. What's wrong with you? Now, you tell you what, something else I really should have done. Do we have a shower now? Yes, we do. We have a shower and a hand sanitizer, as well as a lavatory. Greatly reduces stress and disease by more hygienically handling duplicate waste. Okay, cool. So we can get one of those put in. Forgot about all this extra stuff that we've been given. Do we want to make this the shower area? I don't think so. We need to do a little bit more expansion and get ourselves a shower area put in. Because I believe we might need water. So prevent disease by improving duplicate hygiene. We do have some water right here we could use. Although I'd rather make it as close to here as we possibly can have it. So maybe having the shower area or hygienic area somewhere around about here, where we can pump into this water right here immediately. That's if we need to do that. I think we do. At the same time, what we can do is sort of move this up a bit so we can grab water from this area, if it is desired, which I imagine it will be. So let's get that done. Let's remove this tile here, and let's start constructing them along there. There we go. I don't think we need to go that far out. Also, I'm going to sneeze in a minute. I do apologize about this. I can't. Oh wait, it's gonna go now. If I fight it, fight it. What the hell is this? Go away. This is too early. Anyway. Oh. Okay then. This has been happening a lot lately, where just sort of something is randomly just annoying my nose. But anyway, now I'm going to start getting sort of nasally and frustrated with that nasaliness. Also, a ladder right here would probably be ideal. Oh, sleeping time, is it? Yep, everyone's gone to sleep. How are we looking right now? It's looking good. It's looking really good. Also now, still on the massage machine. He is a lot less stressed out now. That is fantastic. I didn't realize it was that simple. Right, let's get you off that machine and put Islay on the machine now, because she is the most stressed out of all of you. Which is very strange, I might add. That shouldn't really be the case. I got a message now, which is not ideal. Bloody hell. Wait. This is very rare to happen in the mornings. Voicemail message. What? Voicemail message? Leave this place. I'm very busy right now dealing with duplicates and finding out how crazy they really are. And it's, it's becoming quite apparent that they're all just slowly losing their minds. I really want to get this ladder put in, but I feel like we're probably going to have one along here now instead. Yeah, I suppose that might be a good idea. If we can deconstruct this ladder, that would be amazing. We'll sort of deconstruct it from the top end first, for sort of these first two, and then we'll get a ladder put in right here. I just feel like, well, you know what? Have the ladder just keep going up. You know what? Yeah, just have the ladder keep going up from here. That would be great. That way they don't have to move over. Also, moving this bedding area to probably up here would be kind of cool. I don't know, because they produce a lot of carbon dioxide around here, which is not ideal. If we have a sort of... I'm thinking we should have a tile that can pass the CO through this area, so it doesn't have to go around like this. But I'm also thinking of the downside of that, which is they will bring all the contaminated oxygen up with it. So maybe if we have it in this area, that way it's going to meet the air deodorizer first. Yeah, that's a good idea. We should definitely get that done. If we put that right here and prioritize that to be a 9. I have to do a lot of prioritization. Also, this power's still not connected. This is something that should have been done ages ago, but unfortunately has not been done. I need to just prioritize builds more, really. There we go. That way we could just do research and all the background stuff later on. Fine dining is still something that we're waiting on. Medicine as well. We can get ourselves a hand sanitizer. What do we need for that? We are missing raw materials and bleach stone. Bleach stone, okay. I wonder where that's attained from. Bleach stone. Fertilizer. Obsidian around here. Oh, bleach stone. Here we go. The hell's that spooky noise? There's something very spooky going on around us right now, and it's really creeping me out. What about up here? Yeah, lots of bleach stone around there. We're sort of making this into another area as well that we can sort of move around in. Let's also get some mining done. I'm not using the hotkeys, am I? No. Seem to have forgotten about them ever so slightly. Let's prioritize these two at a 7. There we go. It just sort of goes over everything else, really. How are we doing with the oxygen production? Do we need a new duplicate? I think we can get one now, yeah. I think it's been a while since I could get it.